Good morning, everyone, and it's Tuesday. Beautiful morning here in Orlando, Florida. And of course, today is Senior Citizens Day. That's when you can go to certain stores and you don't have to pay full price for everything. You get a discount, senior discount. They also have places where you can eat and get a senior discount also. So seniors here in Florida, take advantage of that. I'm telling you, take advantage of that. And plus you get up and go outside and get some fresh air and get some sunlight, vitamin D. Vitamin D, you getting up there in age. You need that vitamin D, you know. You need the sun in your body shining on you, all that kind of good stuff, because a lot of folks don't take the vitamins. They don't take vitamin D, so try to get some sun. You should start taking vitamin D if you don't, because when you get older, you lose it. And especially people that's in cold areas, they need a lot of it, believe it or not. Thank God mine is very good, because I pump them vitamin D's down. I'm telling you. I know a lot of folks don't like to take pills and stuff, but we don't always eat the foods that supply our bodies with the vitamins. We don't. A lot of us don't. So take some pills. It comes in liquid form, and it comes in capsule form, and it comes in the hard pill form. So make a decision, but just take the stuff. It's good for you. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, also, thank God for waking me up this morning. I hope y'all say the same thing. I feel blessed. I feel blessed every morning that I wake up. You know what I'm saying? No aches and pains. Thankful for the Almighty. You know, I was getting some feedback from several YouTubers. Boy oh boy, they a lot of them, and a lot of news reporters from different places, they are all piled up in New York at that courthouse, outside and inside. They go there like from 2 something in the morning. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what time the court starts, but it looked like they start like around 4 or something. They got to be there early. There's a long line, and oh my God, it's so much going on, so much going on. Jesus, you would have sworn that a star fell out the sky or something. This is a big showdown event, I'm telling you. And they have, what, 7 more days to go or something like that, or a little longer. Oh my goodness. This is really something. I've been listening to Tisa and Make It Make Sense. And it's this other young man. He is a YouTuber. I just subscribed to him. To me, he was the funniest. They all were funny. They were so dramatic, giving you all the details and stuff like that. But this young man, he was the funniest one to me. Oh my God, he was doing it to a T. It's so sad that the accuser, which is Mr. Combs, it's so sad that his kids has to be there hearing all of this stuff. It is really sad, but maybe it's good that they're there to hear it, to see exactly what kind of person their dad is. You know what I'm saying? Especially the two young girls, the twins that lost their mom, you know? So sometimes we say it's not good to have kids around hearing certain things, but in actuality, I do believe it's good for them to be there to hear. They weren't there to see everything, but to hear, because that would give them more knowledge about the person, whether it's their father, their mother, their brother, their sister. That would give them more knowledge about this person, and they would be more aware and be careful of this individual. You know? Yeah. And yeah, I was just reading, you know, President Trump, he signed an executive order, you know, for the veterans, you know, for all those homeless veterans, especially those in LA. You know, it seemed like they have more veterans homeless in that state than the others. You know, the others have homeless too, but it seemed like LA has the majority. So, you know, he signed an executive order for them to build housing for these veterans, these homeless veterans. You know what I'm saying? I think that's a very good thing that the president is doing. May God bless him for that. I know a lot of you are probably saying, oh, you know, what's so good about that? It is good. It's good because these veterans, well, I'm one myself, but I'm not unfortunate not to be homeless, but only God knows, you know, nobody knows what tomorrow can or will bring. And there are a lot of veterans out there that need some place to live. They have mental issues. A lot of them, you know, they're on drugs. And, you know, a lot of them was in the war. You know, they all served their country, and they deserve this kind of care. They deserve pampering. They deserve everything that their country can and has to offer them. That's right. A lot of them did not come back. And those that are back, you know, they are messed up in the head, or something is wrong with them. And a lot of them weren't able to, you know, keep a roof over their head or whatever, or some family members can't deal with them or don't want them around or whatever. So I think that's a very good thing that the president is doing. We don't know yet when all this would be done, but I believe I did read that sometime in November they will start doing stuff. You know what I'm saying? So that is a very good thing that the president is doing. Kudos to President Trump. I was also reading, you know, Tory Lanez, the Canadian rapper, you know, that young man that was involved in that shooting, allegedly, case with Megan Thee Stallion. Those of you that listen to the news or watch the news or YouTube or whatever. Yeah, well, that young man, you know, he's serving time for allegedly shooting Megan Thee Stallion in her foot, allegedly. Well, he was in some kind of altercation in the jail, in the prison, excuse me, and he was stabbed 14 times in his lungs. I pray that this young man survive, you know what I'm saying, because that's really serious right there. You know, I remember, God rest his soul, when Tupac Shakur was locked up, you know, he was raped. He was raped, and if I'm sure, I think he was stabbed, but I do remember he was RAPE in jail, you know, and he had to, yes, he was RAPE, and he had gotten a lot of stitches in his rear, you know. So, you know, it's really dangerous in these places, in these institutions, you know, and, you know, this young man, you know, he is a target, especially for the crime that he allegedly committed. Because, you know, a lot of people, you know, they are fans of Megan Thee Stallion, and hearing news like that, you know, they're going to want to take him out and all this kind of stuff. But, young man, you know, I don't know what to tell you. You have to be careful. You have to be careful of what you say in there, what you do. You have to keep your eyes and your ears open. Keep your mouth shut. Because in those institutions, you know, there's always eyes watching you. You know, people make phone calls, you know, people get hit on people in those places. Sometimes, you know, we wonder, the people on the outside, how does all this things happen? But, you know, in these institutions, you know, people have people in high places, and all they have to do is make a phone call and the job is done. They will be paid because the money goes to their account, but, you know, the job is done. So, you know, you and whoever celebrities are locked up, you know, y'all have to be careful in there, you know. You have to be careful. Remember what they say about snitching and stuff like that. You have to be very, very careful. Look at that. Look at that. You got stabbed 14 times. Right now they're saying they don't know what the altercation was about, but they're looking into it. It's a sad situation. Sad situation. I think, I do believe I did read sometime back that this young man was going to be going back to court, allegedly. So maybe, I don't know, maybe someone is trying to take you out before you go back, because they probably feel that you're going to be set free. I have no idea, but you just have to watch your back, buddy. Because it could happen to you in the hospital where you at too. You know what I'm saying? Because when somebody is out to get you, they're going to get you. Or they're going to try their best to get you. So in a situation that you're in, that's a real sad, serious situation right there. So you I don't know. You can't trust no one. You just can't trust no one in the institution. You can't even trust them out here in civilian life. So you just gonna have to pray to your Almighty, I guess. I don't know, because that's a hard one. Yeah, but I might take advantage of this day and run out in the streets. You know what I'm saying? My feet are hot today. So after I get grooming and stuff, you know, later on, I'll throw some clothes on and I'll hit the road, Jack. So I just want to say to everyone out there, be safe, keep smiling, keep shining, the unworried words. Yeah, and all you YouTubers at that court hearing, y'all better be safe over there. Be careful over there, because y'all might be targeted. I'm dead serious. But I just want to say thank you all for sharing all the information with us, you know, because there's a lot of us that probably wish we could be there, but we can't be. So with you guys going out there and doing such a wonderful job at this, I congratulate all of you, you know. Yep. And folks, subscribe to Tisa Tells It All. Make it make sense. I'm gonna try to see if I can remember the young man's name. I didn't write it down, but I will go back in later and I will mention his name in a short, because he had me cracking up all last night. He was doing the signs, he was doing everything, you know, that went on. He was just killing me with laughter. He was dead serious, but he sure is a storyteller. He could tell a story. Oh my God. And I have to commend him, seriously. I just subscribed to his channel. I had to. I already subscribed to Make It Make Sense and Tisa Tells It All. Oh, and they also showed Jaguar Wright. You know, he showed Jaguar Wright. The other two didn't, but he showed Jaguar Wright, you know, and you know, she was talking to reporters, but apparently she wasn't invited to go in the courthouse. I don't know, to testify or whatever. I don't know. But that case is really something. Cassie is allegedly being questioned today. You know, some are saying that even though she said all those things happened to her and we saw the video and stuff like that, that she was down with a lot of the stuff too, you know. But he's not really on trial for what he did to her, you know. There's more serious stuff that he's not on trial for domestic violence. Let's put it like that, allegedly. You know, there are more serious things that he's down for, you know, like trafficking and all that other stuff. You know, the YouTubers, they did a very good job. So I'm going to be tuning into them today and later on this evening when they get back from the courthouse. You know, they will be giving us all the tea. So, you know, I will be tuning into them, you know. Thanks so much for you guys risking y'all lives. I know it's not all about views. The whole world wants to know and see what happens to the famous P. Diddy Combs, you know. Some people looking at it as though he might be set free. Some is saying he might be going to jail for the rest of his life. We don't know that until the decision is made. So we have to wait and watch, listen, and see. So like I said before, may God be with him and his family and the victims. And yeah, have a good day.